The Hlinka Gretzky Cup started last night, and already there are a few players that stood out to me. Be sure to watch to the end of the video to get some insight into the 2023 NHL Draft, as these guys are all 2023 eligible. The first player that really stood out to me from Team USA is Whitelaw. Whitelaw notched 2 goals and an assist in USA's first game against Germany yesterday. He was one of the most consistently dangerous players on the ice. Almost every time he was out there, his team was pressuring and creating chances, largely through his playmaking, although he also showed off his finishing ability with the 2 goals. He was one of the players I was most interested in watching coming into this tournament, and he did not disappoint me. He's definitely a player I'll be keeping a close eye on throughout the 22-23 season. Next, also from Team USA, I have Andrew Stratman. Stratman was a guy I knew I had to watch out for, but I didn't really have any particular expectations going into this game. That being said, he had a goal and 2 assists in the game against Germany, in which he really asserted himself as the top offensive defenseman on the ice. You do have to take into consideration the level of competition here, as it is just a wee bit early in the season for prospects, but I am excited to see what he can do against stronger competition, as I thought he had a very strong game. The final player from Team USA that really stood out to me was Quentin Musty. Musty only recorded a single assist on the score sheet, which really isn't much impressive at all considering the final score was 8-1, but he could have had much more. He was creating a lot of scoring chances when he was on the ice, including 2 posts, one of which was on a Michigan attempt that he did get off successfully, but the puck just hit the bottom of the crossbar and bounced out. I really love when players attempt this move, as it shows a brilliant combination of skill and confidence that I would like to see in every junior player. From Team Canada, there are 5 players that I really want to highlight. The first of which is Barlow. In general, Team Canada is pretty stacked, so basically everyone was worth watching carefully, but Barlow was actually one of the guys I was the least excited for coming into this tournament. Overall, I don't think he really showed anything that seriously gets me excited, but he did score twice, each time on a shorthanded breakaway. While that is impressive, and he was named player of the game for Team Canada, I want to see more from him before I start jumping to conclusions. He did show off his stick handling and finishing ability in bunches though, which I of course like. Next, we have one of my favorite players from this draft class in Zack Benson. This is a guy that I've been hyping up for a long time now, and he did not disappoint me in this game. He only had 2 assists, which isn't really that impressive considering the 14-0 final score, but I really thought he was one of the best, if not the best player in the game. His ability to find dangerous passing lanes and execute on those passes was unparalleled in this game. He also had his fair share of looks at the net, coming close to scoring a couple times, but really, he showed off his playmaking ability in this one. And that is the highlight of Benson's game. He just has a really high-end, elite vision for passing and executing on those passes. He's probably going to be one of the best playmakers amongst forwards available in the 2023 draft class, so Zack Benson is a name you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on. The next player worth mentioning here is gaucher. He was another guy that was on my radar coming into this game, but I didn't have super high expectations of him. That being said, he has certainly piqued my interest. He scored a hat trick in the game against Switzerland, and he really, seriously could have had 4 or 5 goals. Edwin Hue, the Swiss goalie, I believe I'm butchering his name there, but the Swiss goalie made a couple of the best saves of the game on Gaucher. He did take a very dumb and very dangerous kneeing penalty late in the game, though, which was highly unnecessary and extremely reckless. Luckily, no one was hurt, but I really did not like that play from Gaucher at all, so hopefully he doesn't get himself into too much trouble like that later in the season. Next, from Team Canada, we have Cam Allen. Allen did well, collecting 4 assists throughout the game. This is kind of an expected for an offensive defenseman in a game with a 14-0 final score, but I did think he played well and generally earned those points. I wouldn't look into the point total too much though. Again, you have to take into consideration the level of competition. Overall, he didn't blow away, but I figured he was worthy of a mention here. Finally, I want to talk about Matthew Wood. Team Switzerland probably wasn't much stiffer competition than the BCHL, but I do think it's noteworthy that Wood was able to pick up a goal and 2 assists in this game. He was the player from Team Canada I was the most interested in watching, given he plays Junior A, and it seems that he has been given a big role on the team, and so far he's been able to cash in on that opportunity. I really strongly look forward to what he can do against some of the better teams in the tournament, and then later on, of course, in the rest of the regular season and future international tournaments. Which players have impressed you the most so far from this tournament? Let me know in the comments. If you thought this video deserved a like, please do give it a one, that really helps me out. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.